Welcome to a club for people who love good movies. Use the links in the description to navigate the list of films quickly.
The Green Mile.
Shawshank Redemption. Andy Dufresne is sentenced to 2 consecutive life terms in prison for the murders of his wife and her lover and is sentenced to a adult prison. However, only Andy knows they didn't commit the crimes. While there, he forms a friendship with Red, experiences brutality of prison life, adapts, have the warden, all in 19 years.
Shutter Island. The implausible escape of a brilliant murderess brings U.S. Marshal Teddy Daniels, Leonardo DiCaprio, and his new partner Mark Ruffalo to Acacia Cliff Hospital, a fortress-like insane asylum located on a remote, windswept island. The woman appears to have vanished from a locked room, and there are hints of terrible deeds committed within the hospital walls. As the investigation deepens, Teddy realizes he will have to confront his own dark fears if he hopes to make it off the island alive.
The Curious Case of Benjamin Button tells the story of Benjamin Button, a man who starts aging backwards with bizarre consequences.
The Notebook. In 1940s South Carolina, mill worker Noah Colquhoun, Royal Gosling, and rich girl Ellie Rachel McAdams are desperately in love, but her parents don't approve. When Noah goes off to serve in World War II, it seems to mark the end of their love affair. In the interim, Ellie becomes involved with another man, James Marsden. But when Noah returns to their small town years later, on the cusp of Ellie's marriage, it soon becomes clear that their romance is anything but over. The Intouchables. In Paris, the aristocratic and intellectual Philippe is a quadriplegic millionaire who is interviewing candidates for the position of his career with his red-haired secretary Magali. Out of the blue, the rude African priest cuts the line of candidates and brings a document from the Social Security and asks Philippe to sign it to prove that he is seeking a job position so he can receive his unemployment benefit. Philippe challenges Dries, offering him a trial period of 1 month to gain experience helping him. Then Dries can decide whether he would like to stay with him or not. Dries accepts the challenge and moves to the mansion, changing the boring life of Philippe and his employees.
The Help. In 1916's Mississippi, Thousand Society girl Skeeter returned from college with dreams of being a writer. She turns her small town on its ear by choosing to interview the black women who have spent their lives taking care of prominent white families. Only Abilene, the housekeeper of Skeeter's best friend, will talk at first, but as the pair continue the collaboration, more women decide to come forward, and it turns out they have quite a lot to say.
Schindler's List. Oskar Schindler is a vainglorious and greedy German businessman who becomes an unlikely humanitarian amid the barbaric Nazi reign when he feels compelled to turn his factory into a refuge for Jews. Based on the true story of Oskar Schindler, who managed to save about 1,100 Jews from being gassed at the Auschwitz concentration camp. It is a testament to the good in all of us. Forrest Gump. slow-witted Forrest Gump has never thought of himself as disadvantaged, and thanks to his supportive mother, he leads anything but a restrained life, whether dominating on the gridiron as a college football star, fighting in the Vietnam, or captaining a shrimp boat. Forrest inspires people with his childlike optimism, but one person Forrest cares about most may be the most difficult to save: his childhood love, the sweet but troubled Jenny. Back to the Future. In this 1980s sci-fi classic, small-town California teen Marty McFly is thrown back into the 50s when an experiment by his eccentric scientist friend Doc Brown goes awry. Traveling through time in a modified DeLorean car, Marty encounters a young version of his parents and must make sure that they fall in love or he will cease to exist. Even